Hi everyone and welcome to the Chartered Accountants Ireland Training Talk series. My name is Sinead from the team and I get to showcase our training offerings, which is brilliant. And today we're going to talk about the Diploma in Risk Management, Internal Audit and Compliance. And I'm thrilled because we have the programme lead tutor, Karen Dillon, joining us. Karen, you are so very welcome. How are you today?
I'm good. Delighted to be talking about this course. It's an exciting course with quite a lot of content and delighted to maybe distill, and maybe what we'll take you through the next few minutes is maybe distill some of the queries and questions you might have about this course. So happy to have the chat.
Brilliant. And I'm delighted you're here because we're going to do exactly just what you said there. But look, we'll start at the start with a bit of an introduction. Tell us a bit more about yourself, Karen.
Right, so Karen Dillon, I'm a Chief Risk Officer of AIB Merchant Services. You'll find out a little bit about that as we go through the course because I'm leveraging off a lot of the practical experience I do in my PCF 14 role today. I'm also a board member of a charity and one of the two other boards. I'm a chair of an ARC. I'm also a mum and a golfer. So in no particular order, just depends on the day of the week. So my expertise behind me is I'm a chartered accountant. I have an MBA in risk. I have a diploma in CCMA, which is the mortgage arrears here in Ireland. And then I have a diploma in corporate governance. So I have full empathy for you taking on board this course. I've had many courses as I work through my career. So this course is really aimed at those who are practically working in this role today. And we'll talk you a little bit about that and who's aimed at the course, but hopefully give you some experience of my background, where I've come in from. So my career journey started very much in KPMG. It traveled into AIB, into the banking world, where I got a bird's eye view of banking across treasury, retail, stockbroking, finance, corporate, risk management, you name it. I had a fantastic bird's eye view going across doing assurance activity, special investigations and all that. Then I traveled into Ulster Bank and the Royal Bank of Scotland between here and Ireland. So I did quite a bit of travel during my time there, where again, I further expanded my experience in assurance, special investigations, things like accountability reviews, special requesting from the central bank. A lot of risk programs at that time was also impacting us. I also did a comment on AML into one of our departments, which was great to do, to get my hands dirty, ultimately to get into the first line, ultimately support them on activities there that's happening within the AML space. Then I subsequently was asked to head up a new function. And at the time we were leading out a large remediation program and I became the head of risk. So we went from 0 processes to 30 processes in the space of pretty much 3 or 4 months, ultimately designing out the data, the models, calcs, the build, letter production, the communication strategy, and ultimately how are we to serve our customers. Customers are impacted and as a result we had to ultimately redress them. So what's that look like as a central bank was ultimately looking over our shoulder and supervising us on what we're doing. And I was accountable from risk lead in terms of making sure we all did that in a safe, controlled manner and ultimately remediated those customers impacted. From there, I traveled into AIB Merchant Services, where I took on the CRO role. I built out the risk management function, the teams, the data requirements, building out new products, new controls, building out the risk control self-assessments and everything like that, while ultimately we're open for business. So I'm there onboarding merchants and making sure all the credit risk matters are being taken care of. Operation resilience is a massive thing for us and many firms across, and hopefully your firm is engaged in operation resilience. And understanding and documenting out the challenges there and the remediation activities required to ensure that we all increase our standards to make sure all our firms are operation resilient every day of the week. Outsourcing is another key area of activity. As I mentioned, the risk control self-assessments, embedding and maturing out the credit risk environment, what we operate in. So my career to date, and what's really great about this role is I will share as much as I can, much of the experience, and hopefully shortcut some of the mistakes and some of the areas I have focused in my career. But this course is very much interactive. I'll share as much as I can, bring you through case studies. But what's really beneficial of this course is the interaction within the network which you're going to build out within this course. There's many people attend this course every year, and it's great to have that interaction with other people within the same speciality, same sectors that you're within. So ultimately we can make it as practical as necessary, and you build out that network and ultimately take in those skills to your current role as you are currently working today.
Karen, wow, so much expertise to bring to the table, which is phenomenal for a course like this. And you're a busy lady on top of all of that. You fit it all in. But look, the course then, a wee bit of a whistle-stop tour of that would be great in terms of content-wise, what are we covering there? How's it delivered? And even in terms of assessment, is there one? How's that done? Tell us a wee bit about that.
So let's just distill that first mystery. There's no exam. There's no stand-up big exam at the end of it. That's the first question I genuinely always get asked.
I know.
Why? Because when I designed out this course many years ago, it was all about being really, really practical and bring together case studies that we're going to take in from Harvard, case studies and other materials like that, and bring it to life for you in terms of how you learn and the style and how we kind of support you in terms of developing out that style from a risk management, assurance, and then the compliance side. And what's really, really important to know, even if you have an MBA in risk and all that, it's how you actually convey the message, how you actually distill, how you actually communicate, and how you build out that trusted advisor status. You hear me saying that a lot of times. No matter if you're sitting in a third line, second or first line, being a trusted advisor, having the right information at the right time to influence those decisions, that's the core of my role today and has been in many roles that I've played. So this course is developed out from a technical side of the house, but also underpinning that is the soft skills. Every 2 or 3 years, we always need to sit back and focus on the soft skills, that communication style, and tuning in on that every time as we all, navigate through our careers. So what's really, really important this course is, it's not just taking you through the journey of risk, assurance, and the regulatory. It's that skills on that soft side and how you effectively deliver the tools, the new tools you're going to learn about, and deal with those challenges head on. Because to be a trusted advisor is to make those difficult decisions and stand by those difficult decisions, but communicate what influencing factors did you take into account. So currently the role I have as a chief risk officer, I take into account assurance from a first and second line perspective, any remediation challenges, any outsourcing, operation resilience, regulatory, not just in Ireland, but in the UK and across Europe. So there's many, many, many different lenses I put to make sure those influencing decisions are the right time, they hit the right audience every time, and I influence it then ultimately out as it goes up to the board. So this course is very much set up across kind of 6 pillars. There's 2 pillars are in risk management, which I'll be leading out, and hopefully we'll have many conversations on that. I'll take you through a lot of the practicalities of risk management, how it works, not just at a board level, but coming down from a risk management in terms of day-to-day operations. I'm going to go into assurance. The title of the course is internal audit, but let's just broaden that. It's assurance. Assurance sit across many lines of defence. So assurance and all the key skills you would have learned either as an auditor or as a third line of defence, we're going to take that into the first and second line, and practically what's that look like, and how do you really have a value add, a value proposition in all the assurance activity. And how I've sold that in the past is, whenever I'm doing a piece of assurance, I always link it back to what is the strategy of the firm. So why am I doing this assurance activity? What's the key process? What's the key risks? What can go wrong? I'm here, part of the firm, to safeguard, to identify those control failures, to make sure that we deliver on that strategy in a safe, controlled way. So everything I do, from risk management, from assurance, and then from a regulatory and the corporate governance side of the house, it all links back to the strategy of the firm. I'm an employee of the firm. I'm here to serve the firm. I'm here to do it in the role and the accountabilities I have. But it's how I bring people with me and get that hook, because we're all accountable for the strategy of our firm at the end of the day. So coming in on the end of this course is very much on the regulatory, and we'll have Professor Alan Kearns and other lecturers coming in, and they're going to be able to bring a wealth of experience. We also have support in from the compliance officers of Ireland. So we bring in the right practitioners there to really bring you up, and I'll tune up the knowledge we have on the compliance side. So it's great that we have a great broad discipline of lecturers coming in to convey the message, the practical message of the tools that we operate in our day-to-day jobs.
Brilliant. Such a vast array of content there, which is brilliant, which maybe leads nicely into my next question in terms of who's it for, Karen? Who attends this? Who is it best placed with?
Yeah, so to me, I always say it's about upskilling, and all of us need to upskill. So upskill in risk, assurance, and compliance. They're the key areas of focus for this. So whether you're currently a practitioner in those areas, or you're looking to move into those areas, or ultimately build a network within those areas. So to me, it's about upskilling and ultimately getting the benefit, and also getting the reward to have a diploma at the end of the day for this course. And that's ultimately who this course is aimed at.
Brilliant, happy days. And it's all delivered online, I should have said in the last question as well, which is great. It's accessible for everyone then. And what would you say? Someone's on the fence, they're maybe considering it, Karen. What would you say to them?
So to kind of get the numbers in, come engage with us. We are offering the course online. It's recorded, so you don't necessarily have to tune into the live webinars. There's all the these sessions are all recorded for you, so you can listen to them at the own time that suits you, and whether it's during the day or in the evening, whenever you've got time. But engage in the course, see the value in the course. This is the 5th year the Institute, if not the 6th year, the Institute has run this course. So this course has come about and it's evolved significantly over that journey, and it'll go on again because there's such demand. But also to make you stand up and about and be that trusted advisor we all need those diplomas, those certificates behind us to give us those credentials. So to develop out those credentials in your career and set you apart from others, to me, it's a really valuable course and a very practical course. So whatever time and engagement you can put in this, whether it's online, whether you come to our live tutorials, we're here to serve you and ultimately support you in your aspirations on this course.
Karen, fabulous. What a note to end on. Thank you so much. This is intended to be a whistle-stop tour and give people just a bit of a flavour, a teaser of what it's all about. So I've really appreciated you taking the time to chat to us. Folks tuning in, you'll get the details of the next intake in the caption. Check that out. And again, Karen, just thanks a million for coming along and chatting with me today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Folks tuning in, until next time, we'll see you soon.